Hey there, everybody. It's G-Bub here. How y'all doing? We're setting out. We're going to see if we can finish off this very last trip we got to take. It is 7:15 in the evening, 7:15 p.m. here on a Tuesday. And it's almost the same thing here. It's 7 a.m. It's right at 7:45 a.m. on a Monday. So we're almost synced up again, you know that. Close enough that it doesn't really count. No, that counts anyway. And not that's all that close. So there you go. Welcome to G-Bub driving the truck. Where just nothing seems to make very much sense. Anyway, we're looking at a couple here. We got one. Got right at like 339 kilometers to go, which I think is about 220 miles. If I did the math right, I think we got to go about 220 miles. So looking here at the jobs market and looking at the external contracts, we got a couple coming out of Bakersfield. We got one going up to Carson City, and it's like 330 miles. And we got this one going down to Carlsbad, and it's like 240 miles. And I think this is the one we're going to take. Other one looks like an interesting trip, but it also looks like it's lumber. It's about 39,000 pounds of lumber, and I'm just looking at that wiggly. That looks like that's a lot of mountain driving up in there and all that wiggly squiggly stuff. And we ain't got our new engine yet, so we're going to stick to the tried and the true and the flat and the interstate here. I think we'll do good there. So we're going to pick up 31,000 pounds of lumber, and we're going to take it down to Carlsbad. So that's the one we're going to take. Let's see how it goes. We did not pick up a new engine or nothing. Ooh, that's Salt Lake City again there, isn't it? All right, let's push this, and it is pouring down rain. We are needing some gas pretty soon. We're going to need to sleep in a while. So let's see what we got as far as the map goes on both those counts. We are looking at right there. We got a gas station and we got a sleeping part. So we can knock both of those out probably when we get started and get all this going. And then there's going to be almost a straight shot down I-5 until we get to Carlsbad. Isn't that nice? Just a nice, quick, straight interstate drive. Looks good to me. And we got 21 hours to do it, but this is the last day of the Drive at Home event, Truck at Home event, and it ends at midnight UTC, which for me is right about, just right at, I think, 7 o'clock this evening. So we're going to go ahead and knock it out this morning.
Calculating route.
Let's turn our lights on.
Please proceed to highlighted
engine.
route.
See, they got the trailer out from underneath it. Y'all remember we had that kind of embarrassing parking job we did right here, you know? I think we can go ahead and turn our blinkers off. And let's turn our wipers on. And let's hit our horn. And let's get on out of here and see where we're going to pick this sucker up at. It's right over here beside us. This is just like being that last trip over at the FedEx. All we got to do is move just a few feet to the left, and there she is. I wonder who gets the easy job of parking that one there, because that would have been an easier one than what we did. Life's just so unfair. That must have been somebody that took the park it for me. Park it for me, I'm in a hurry option. Probably what that was. Alright, going to our mirror, we look like we're roughly in the right spot. And back her on up.
Calculating route.
And we got it.
Please proceed to highlighted route.
Put the parking brake on. Let's put it in neutral. Let's hop out and take a look at what we got here. Boy, that is a load of lumber there. That is a ton of pallets. All right, folks, I'm going to go ahead and grab us a screenshot right here. Just in case, always get a good one to start with. Just in case I don't get a chance or I forget to along the way. So I'll be right back with y'all. And we're good. We got one set up and ready to go. So now, let's see. Which view do we want? We want that view right there. And let's take a look at our Ram McNally. And see how it's going to take us out of here. Alright, if we don't get fuel and sleep right now, we don't get an option again until we get down here to Bakersfield. And when we get to Bakersfield, we should have a spot right there. That's what we're going to do. We're going to hold out until we get to Bakersfield. Bakersfield looks like a good choice. Let's turn the blinkers off. Let's turn the parking brake off. And let's get this big old lumber on out of here. Ooh, I can feel it too. It's pulling a lot harder than that little bitty trailer we had full of those electronics. And it should. It's more than
right.
It is more than 3 times as heavy as it was, so it should pull a lot harder than it did. All right, don't see nothing coming. I'm gonna hope that some idiots driving along in this rain will have their lights on so that I can see them. We can always hope. We can always hope. But you know what they say about hope? It's like that. Assume makes an ass out of you and me. It's like I hope makes a hoe out of I and P.
In 200
Something
yards,
like that.
Turn left.
I heard that from my
Turn
uncle.
Left.
I heard that from my uncle, and my uncle said he used to say a lot of dumb stuff like that. My old Uncle Roscoe, he used to say a lot of stuff like that. So it's kind of hard to say. Okay, let's get on out of here. Nothing coming. Nothing coming. You never can tell, even with these drives, you know. It's like it may show on the map there ain't no road that way for us, but sometimes there can be some roads
Turn
for the
right.
AI traffic. So don't just assume there ain't nobody there. I'm gonna go ahead and turn these wipers off. Looks like the rainstorm is a little stopped. We'll pull on out of here. Hello, Mr. Globe. Got just 2 more turns and we'll be back on the highway. Make use of these little secondary roads while we can. Wonder if there he is. That looks almost like an orchard over there, but I think it's just the crops growing around that one particular spot. Now, we're gonna be able to, yeah, I think we'll be able to make. I was sitting here thinking, should we pull in and sleep? But nah. I think we still got half our sleep left. It's the fuel tank down here I'm more concerned with. We're only like 1/3 of a tank. Yep, I can feel a little wiggle back there. It's got a lot more pull on it. It's got a lot more pull on it in these corners than that little box of computer chips did.
In 200 yards, turn left.
So we definitely won't be flying around no corners at 60 in this sucker.
Turn
Well, hopefully
left.
we shouldn't have to worry about that too much. Shouldn't have to have that concern too much, because I don't think there's going to be too many sharp turns between here and Carlsbad. All right. Let's see what the road's looking like. Yep, got a car there. I think we're good after it. Weave on in. Normally most people would have said merge, but I think what I said was accurate and appropriate. And let's get on down the highway here, all right? We'll actually have a little twilight here for a little while. And no, I don't mean that book I keep over there underneath my passenger seat, just as reading material for any hitchhikers I pick up. Or actually, I should say it's a deterrent for any hitchhikers. They get in, they start to get in, they see that cover of Twilight up underneath their seat there, and they decide usually they can find another place to ride. They weren't looking to go this direction so bad after all. It works better than whenever I drive around with a gimp suit on. Trust me, down here in Southern California, it works a lot better than when I drive around the gimp suit on. You'd be surprised how many people will climb into the cab of a truck with someone wearing a gimp suit. You wouldn't think it, but it would surprise you. All right, folks. Now let's remember we got Bakersfield coming up, and we definitely want to hit that truck stop. It should be the ones. I think I see red neon up ahead. I think I see some Texacos up here. Probably another one of those where they're on both sides of the road. And that is where we are thinking about stopping. Yep, we're down to about a quarter of a tank. That's a good place to catch a nap as well. Let's pull on through here. I think we're going to take this one, get fueled up, and then we'll see if we can't pull on up there and find one of them trucking parking spaces. This one, let me see that arrow. So it looks like I need to go down and come back around if I'm going to hit this one. Okay. Well, let's stop it here. Let's get fueled up. Hey, brother trucker. How are the corn dogs here, huh? They got good corn dogs? No, that ain't a euphemism. Thank you. Alright, let's see if we can find a spot to sleep. That cost us $368. And we put in 105 gallons. Yep, let's make sure we get our pull-through arrows correct this time. Alrighty. Looks like we can pull right up here to the right and then circle on around. This place has got that, oh, what do they call it? Something air. Electro air or whatever it is. Oh, look there. We can pull up and use the scales if we wanted to. Use the cat scales. That's being nice. That's awful nice of them having the cat scales and all here. I think we're going to go ahead and pull up right here. This looks like a good one. Now see, you know back there at that repair center where you had to be all the way up in there. You couldn't park it like a normal thing because you had to be all the way up in there to do it. And then you got places like this where it would have accepted it with you halfway still out in the parking lot. Let's take a look. Yep, that's a G-Bub parking job. That sure is, but it'll do. All right, folks, what we're going to do is we're going to take that big old yellow pipe there. We're going to stick the adapter in our window. We're going to hook that pipe up to the adapter, turn on the air conditioning, and turn on the TV, and we're going to take us some snooze here. So let's see how it goes. I'll see y'all on the other side of it. Good morning. It's 7 o'clock in the morning, and it's a beautiful one. See, that was well planned. That got most of our... We just had that little bit of driving at twilight there. We got most of the night out of the way. We're going to see if we can back this puppy on out now and get this day started. Parking brakes on. Backing on back. Check the mirrors. Don't see nobody behind us there. Let's just watch this trailer. Watch this tanker truck beside us here. We don't want to scratch up the paint job on no tanker hauling no stuff. And I sure don't want to put a scratch on this truck. Not with Mama asking, not with Mama around going, why are you scratched up my truck? Because she'd make you pay for it. You might not have to pay for it in cash, but you would pay for it, let me tell you. Alrighty, folks. Now, we're going to get back out on the highway. I'm thinking that this little panel here should disappear in just a moment. As soon as we got out of the sleeping spot, boy, they let you sleep anywhere. I could stop right here in the middle of the road and sleep, couldn't I? There just is no, I would say there's no pride and no efficiency in people's work anymore, but that would also take into account the fact that I drove up this thing going the wrong direction one time, didn't it? I'd like to forget about that. I'd like to kind of ignore the fact that I once drove up the wrong way and parked up there on the, mounted to the little, the gore, is that what they call it? Cutting the gore? I think that's what they call it. The little white stripy part in the middle, the little island. I ended up sleeping in an island there in the truck stop center instead of in a space. So we'll just ignore the way those people were parked and all there and go about our own business like good people, you know? Now, we're back out here on 5, and it should be pretty much a straight shot, straight on down south, down near to the coast, and get down there with Carlsbad. Now let's drop this off. 55 miles an hour. We are in California, land of the double nickel. I'm sitting here wondering. There we go, cruise control. Good. I did still have a cruise control button set, so there you go. Let's just set it there, let it hold us about 54 miles an hour. And we'll just go on down the road this way. I wish I'd figured that one out on our long haul we had a while ago. It sure would have saved a lot of wear and tear on my ankle. Now that I have to monitor my speed all the time, maybe we can look around just a little bit. And I do mean a little bit, because y'all have seen before how much I turn to twist that steering wheel if I ain't paying good and close attention to everything. Another bit of road coming in here. Look at those mountains spreading out ahead of us. Looks like we're heading down in here into maybe the, oh, got a right coming up. We can do that. Looks like we got a hill coming up too, so we may hear this old engine chug a little bit. It's been with us for quite a number of miles now. I'm trying to think, we've got about 4,000 miles, I think, or so on this engine now. And we will be trading it in real soon. Let's see how we handle the chug up this hill. Too bad. It's dropping us down a little bit. It slowed us down a little bit, but it is trying. It is trying to make this climb. We haven't slowed down enough that we have to turn on our blinkers yet, so that's good. Let's just make sure when we cross the top Oh, y'all gonna slow me down? Y'all ain't gonna slow me down, are you? Uh-oh.